What's going on, everyone? So today I'm doing a video about what happens when you put a USB drive into your TCL Roku TV. For this video, I saw a few comments about people asking me what happens when you put a USB drive in the TV, like what pops up. Is it easy to view the things that you have on the drive and stuff like that? So this video is kind of dedicated towards that. Basically, I have a TCL Roku 65-inch 4 Series TV. I'll put the link to it in the description if you want to see if yours is the same one or a different one. I'm not sure if all the Roku TCL TVs have the same prompt when you put a USB drive in, but for the most part, I'm sure it's kind of similar to one another. So without further ado, here's the USB drive we will be using today. It's just a little 8 gig drive, and in preparation for this video, I went ahead and put a few pictures, music, and movies onto it just so we could see what it looks like whenever you put it in the actual TV. And so step one is you got to locate that USB drive. It's the very top one for me. So I guess this is the hardest part, is trying to get it in on the first try. But since I'm a pro, got it in. And so first thing that pops up when you do this is the USB media launch. It says Roku media player is set to be launched when a USB media device is inserted. You can change USB media launch preferences and settings at any time. So I will show you guys how to locate that setting later on in the video, but for now we'll go ahead and hit the launch button. And so this is what pops up whenever you hit that. This is the main media player screen, and what you have here, starting from right to left, is you got a help tile. So I didn't never really mess with it, but I guess it'll tell you how to use this, and I guess tips and tricks maybe. Settings, we can pop in there real quick. So you can request media type at startup, on look up album art on the web. So I guess if you got a song, it might look up online for the cover for it, so you can have an image with it in case you don't have one already. Display format, short rows, I don't know what that means. Auto run is on, and okay. Nothing really too fancy in there, I guess. And so moving over, we have photos. So I'll go ahead and click that. And so I went ahead and put a few of my cat photos. Disclaimer, I got a DSLR camera, one of the little fancy ones, a couple Christmases ago, and so these pictures are what I took using it that day. So obviously I didn't know how to use it, so me thinking I was so good at seeing the focus, I thought every picture I took was in focus, when in reality it's not. And so you might see some blurry pictures, but anyways, basically in this setting, it splits up all your pictures. So it did mine in 4s. So I got my first 4 pictures on the top row, and then the next 4 on the next row, and then the last picture that didn't make it with number 9 on the last row by itself. And so you can click any one of them that you want, and when you do, it's automatically going to put it in a slideshow form. And so I mean, I don't know how you can change it if you want to do it individually, but it's not that big of a deal really, because you can just use the remote and hit the OK button and it'll put the pause. You can see it on the bottom right corner, the play button, and then pause it. Or if you want to just go ahead and skip to another picture, you just use the arrow keys right here, and then you can just go ahead and switch on over to another image, or you can go backwards one if you wanted to. And so that's basically it for the pictures. One cool thing about using this is on my flash drive, I didn't separate my pictures and videos and music in separate folders. I just have them all bunched together on my drive, and the media player, I guess, it uses the type of file format that you have in the drive, and it separates them by itself. So like all the JPEGs and PNGs and all of that is going to be under the pictures, and the .mp4 or .mov obviously going to be in the movie section, and then MP3 in the the audio section. So it's pretty nice how you don't have to separate it yourself and it does it by itself. And so to go back, you just hit the back arrow button right here, and then you can hit it one more time and you'll be back to the main screen. Next thing up is audio. Hit OK, and then this is just saying, do you want to go into your drive? Yeah, go ahead. And so this one, it separates it by genre and artist. And then I have my one song right there. It's just the background music you might hear in some of my other videos, royalty free. So I didn't want to get any copyright infringement happening on this video. But it's pretty cool how it separates it to genre and artist by itself. I guess it's on whatever information is on the actual file in your drive. I don't know if mine has it. It's under blues. Okay, now I know. So go ahead and click it and it'll start playing by itself. I think you can hear it a little bit. Turn the volume up. And so basically on here, you can pause it. You can go to the next song, but in my case, I don't have any other ones. You go to the previous song, start this song from the beginning, and then you got options. You want to shuffle all your songs? Do you want to repeat? Screensaver on or off? So do you want the TV just to go dark or not? And that's basically it. So it's pretty basic for the most part, but I think I kind of like it. It's not too complicated and pretty simple for almost anybody. And so we'll just go ahead and go back one more time and we'll go to the video section now. And for the video, I just used one of my own that I have of my cat yet again. It's on this channel as well if you want to see the whole thing. It's my cat playing on his cat tower. And I'll just go ahead and hit the play button. So one cool thing, I guess, I mean, I don't think it's cool, but you could fast forward if you want, start somewhere else, pause it, same old thing that you would expect. And then when it's over, it goes back to here. And then if you had other videos, you could swipe around and select it. But for me, I only have this one just for demonstration purposes. And that's it for video. And then the last tile is combining all three categories together. So if you don't want to separate them, you just want to see what you have on that drive, you just click on this and then bam, you got my video here, the music here, and then the images here and going farther down. So this is if you just don't want it separated. To each their own. I don't know why you'd want it that way, but you do you. Anyways, going back, now I'll show you how to change that prompt setting for when you first put the USB drive in. All you got to do is go to the settings button, scroll over and go to system, hit that, and then you'll see one that says USB media right here. And so mine, I left it the default, which is auto launch. And basically when a USB media device is inserted, a prompt will ask you what to do, which is what we saw earlier. Now if you don't want that, you can switch it to just on. And so it'll just automatically do it. Whenever you put the USB drive, it will automatically take you to that media player. And then if you don't want anything to happen, so you just want to put the USB drive in without it saying anything or doing anything, just push off. And then you can go onto it by yourself whenever you might want to. And if you're thinking, how do I even get to that USB folder? Then let's go ahead and show you. So you go back to your home button, scroll on over, and then you will see right here a tile that looks like this, Roku media player. You just hit that and then bam, you're right back to where you were. So it's pretty simple to navigate through. Nice little organization in terms of the video, audio, and the photo. And for me, I enjoy it. I mean, I don't really use my USB drive much because I use mine for the satellite antenna I have connected, and the USB drive for that gives me extra distance in the radius that it searches for channels. And I mean, if you have a USB splitter, you could always plug that in to get two of these things in there. But you can go ahead and decide what you want to use it for. Another video that I'll have coming out soon is how you can use a USB drive to pause, fast forward, and rewind live TV. So go ahead and look out for that. And if you guys have any questions on this video, go ahead, leave it in the comment section below and I'll answer it as quickly as possible. But I will see you guys in the next video.